What's good, YouTube? This is Very Melon Man, and welcome back to another episode of the Peril on Gorgon DLC for my The Outer Worlds Let's Play. I meant to go back to Byzantium and then start the new episode there, but we got a transmission on our way to the landing port, so let's just read it. I'm guessing Minnie wants an update. Patch her through.
Captain, imagine my surprise when I saw the Unreliable leaving Gorgon with so much urgency and purpose. Tell me you found Mother's journal. I'm positively dying for good news.
Someone warned me to stay away from Gorgon and lock the place down.
Someone? You mean someone still has access to the facility? Oh, after all this time. Who was it?
We, didn't have a chance to exchange pleasantries.
Drat. Make sure you have eyes on the back of your head. I doubt we've seen the last of this human vexation. If I know Spacer's choice, getting past the lockdown will be more complicated than just hitting a big red button. You'll need authorization and layers of it.
Why the other stuff?
In other words, multiple big red buttons.
Precisely.
Did you know that Gorgon was developing Adrena Time?
I knew Mother was involved with some important chemical trials, but I had no idea her pet project was Adrenatime. Adrenatime is a working man's stimulant, like a caffeinoid. Very popular at launch, though the marketing quieted down over time.
Were you aware that it created marauders?
What? No. I mean, there's some very morbid wording in the fine print, but I had no idea Adrenatime could make marauders out of people. That's it. That must be it. Spacer's Choice is keeping their dirty little secret about Adrenatime off the record. We have to find Mother's journal. If we don't, then Spacer's Choice gets away with murder. I only hope we aren't too late.
Why would Spacer's Choice risk everything for a stimulant?
Adrenatime was touted as the working man's best friend. A drug that boosted productivity with no adverse effects.
Hence the movement speed.
The promise of Adrenatime cannot be overstated. Exhaustion and fatigue were supposed to be obsolete. Workplace accidents would be things of the past. For whatever reason, the drug never lived up to that promise.
I'm heading back out. You really know your business, Minnie.
Thank you. I certainly ought to know what I'm doing. I spent years trying to break into pharmaceuticals, professionally speaking. Mother wouldn't hear of it.
I think he'll.
She didn't think I had the wit to succeed in her line of work. Safe travels. If your leads give you any trouble, be sure and give them some trouble back, yes? That's
Yes.
the spirit. Until next time, my good captain.
We are now in orbit.
Alright, good talk. Let's see. We're gonna go over there. Okay. I was really... Alright, shit. No. Yeah.
You must... Oh, there. That's one right there. Can't you just see the stench of impropriety radiating off of him?
For the last time.
Welcome to the Musgrave Family Collection. If you're here for the annual...
I guess we can talk to you.
I'm afraid it's already over. Only thing going on behind those doors is good, old-fashioned lawful behavior. This greeting constitutes your confidentiality agreement. You hereby agree not to disclose the location or existence of these events. Thank you for cooperating.
I didn't agree to anything.
Then you should have told me that before I greeted you. Defaulting on a verbal agreement is a punishable offense. Now then, how can I help you?
I'm looking for Clarence Mostly.
Mr. Mostly is indeed attending our event, although I am disappointed to discover he did not officially enter his canid Laplace into our competition. You should find Mr. Mostly just inside the prep room. Head inside and take the door to your left.
What is with all the secrecy? Literally any idiot could just find this place by turning left.
We find that our clients enjoy the appearance of participating in illegal activities. Secrecy contributes to a feeling of indecency. The Musgrave Family Collection was intended to be a gallery of fine art. And here we are, using this place to practice semi-legal canid shows. Scandalous, isn't it?
Man. What happened to the art in this art gallery?
That's privileged information. I really shouldn't tell you.
I work for the adjutant. You can tell me.
That's a fair point. All right, I'll tell you. But just keep this between us. The Musgraves own one of Earth's largest private collections of art and literature. They were going to have the entire collection shipped all the way to Halcyon. Unfortunately, that collection never arrived. We haven't heard anything from the delivery convoy, and there's some purely hypothetical concern that the collection might be, well...
Stolen.
I was going to say indefinitely delayed by unforeseen and unknowable circumstances, but yes. Let's go with that. Anyway, that's as much as I can tell you. Will there be anything else?
Oh, just hear me out. It's a brilliant idea.
Do you know the interesting thing about canid shows?
Trick question. There isn't anything interesting about canid shows.
Oh, but there is, if one possesses an eye for statistics. Mathematically speaking, the interesting thing about canid shows is this. They're an exercise in futility. Winning is predetermined. Over time, the inevitable trend is that the race goes to the swift. Time and chance are just statistical outliers. In other words, if you put enough canids through enough trials, the one with the most optimal attributes generally wins. Exercise in futility.
You must be popular at parties.
Oh, goodness, no. Not at all. I'm an actuary, you see. Well, not entirely. The actuarial sciences are more of a passion than a profession. So I suppose that makes me mostly an actuary. That's a bit of a family joke. I'm Clarence Mostly.
Mostly fine furniture company, right?
Yes, that's us. Mostly oak trees, too. My grandfather invented them, you know. Well, no, he didn't invent mostly oaks, but he did purchase the naming rights back during the terraforming days. It's essentially the same thing.
You're the last staff member in Project Gorgon.
Oh. Then you're not here about my monograph. It's true. I was
Look at that
involved in
shifty eye
Project
movement
Gorgon,
there.
but
What are you
that
hiding,
chapter of
Clarence?
My life is long since closed. Listen, I don't know what you want with Gorgon or with me, but let me give you some free advice. Let the past go. Live in the moment. Enjoy the party.
You want to keep living the moment? Show me to lift the emergency lockdown.
I was wondering if you were the sort of person to accept sensible advice or respond with threats of violence. Thank you for resolving that ambiguity for me. Lifting the lockdown won't be easy. You'll need to send overrides from the chem lab and human inquiry. I don't have that level of clearance, but I know two people who do. The trouble is, I don't know you. I don't trust you. I washed my hands of Gorgon, and you're asking me to dirty them all over again. I'm going to need a good reason.
Project Gorgon created the Marauders. You can't just walk away from that.
Yes, the birthplace of the Marauders. And a graveyard for all our mistakes. Starting Project Gorgon was our first mistake. Trying to bury Project Gorgon while it's still very much alive and clawing its way back to the surface, that may be our last mistake.
Nobody has to know you're involved. Give me my want and I'll be on my way.
I want a favor from you. Do something for me and I'll do something for you. That way we don't have to rely on mutual trust. A grand prize trophy to the Canid Review. I want it in my hands. Get me that trophy and I'll give you the remaining researchers. Names, locations, as much information as I have.
It's a deal. Sure, it's over though.
Yes, but the winner is still in deliberation.
Ah.
The committee won't deliver a result for another
Okay.
6 to 8 weeks. Bureaucracy. The trophy's being held in a vault at the other end of this hall. Find a way inside, disable any security, lift, carry, deliver. Simple as that.
That's a deal. Sure.
What, really? You'll do it? I mean, just like that? Don't you want to know why I asked you?
Because you're insecure and you want to sort of feel better about yourself.
While you're technically correct, which is my favorite kind of correct, no, that's not why. My canid, Laplace, is statistically superior to every other canid in this review. Better average sprinting time, superior gait coefficient, optimal anatomical symmetry. I didn't bother entering little Laplace in this pointless contest. He's already won on paper, you see. That trophy rightfully belongs to him.
That might be the most Byzantium thing I've ever heard. That's too good of a line to pass up.
Does this mean you'll do it?
I'll be back with that trophy.
Head into the main hall and take the elevator down into the maintenance tunnels. You'll find a service passage that leads up into the trophy room. The maintenance tunnel is the only way up into the trophy room. Some technician barred the door shut on our end. Ask Tilda Coatsworth about it, over by the podium.
We're here.
Come now, Anubis, you must perk up.
So these are the canids. Oh, so it's a dog show. Okay, that's fine. It's called Wealthy Citizen. Even on Byzantium, even a wealthy generic man.
Processing.
Completed scheduled annual sanitation repair, Musgrave Family Vault. Applied Candapine scented floor wax. Appraised area in accordance with Byzantium aesthetic standards. Relocated garbage. Installed anti-dissident auto mechanicals in order to ensure moral and civil hygiene. Tampering with altering areas disabling moral hygiene auto mechanicals prohibited under board regulations. Delivered complimentary mint. Okay. I expected more resistance down here, but I'm supposed to just count my blessings. Alright, down another elevator. Hilarious. Bad about that. Oh, I have to feel bad about that. That's weird. Wow, that's actually a lot of money when you get down to it.
Come now, Anubis. You must hurt. It's not Canid hunting.
Never cared much for hors d'oeuvres. The word is just grotesque. All those superfluous letters ruin my appetite.
You know what? I'm actually not going to blame you for that. I got your trophy, lucky dude.
My trophy! Look at this thing. Have you ever seen a more garish monument to the boredom of the elite? If only Grandfather Mostly were alive today, I would have loved to wave this trophy right in front of his cataracts. I hope you won't take it personally when I say I had my doubts about you. Nothing ever gets done in Byzantium, you see. Competent work is, well, a statistical anomaly.
I kept my end, keep yours.
Lifting the emergency lockdown requires overrides from the Chem Lab and Human Inquiry. Access to those facilities requires authorizations from 2 senior-level researchers. Marion Blakesley, Jasper Lowe. They went into hiding after the project collapsed, but I've managed to calculate their last known whereabouts within a reasonable margin of error.
You use statistical analysis to figure out their location? Show me your math.
I see you're familiar with my technique. I'd love to show you my numbers, but there aren't nearly enough napkins in this room. After the project shut down, I had to keep my mind occupied. I worked on my actuarial tables, calculated the average lifespan of a Spacer's Choice worker, that sort of thing. I realized some of the researchers had to be alive. I ran some numbers, did a little research, and concluded that the 2 most likely survivors are Marion Blakesley and Jasper Lowe.
You haven't let go of Project Gorgon either, you know.
Nonsense. I just needed a good old-fashioned statistical problem to busy my mind. Keeps the faculties lubricated.
You talk about leaving the past behind, but you still feel responsible.
Let me stop you there. I don't accept anything for free. And if you're going to analyze me, I'd have to go through the trouble of hiring you on contract. Think what you will of my intentions, my calculations are sound. You'll find Marion Blakesley and Jasper Lowe at the enclosed locations.
Alright, that's all I need to know.
Try to exercise caution. It's good for your lifespan.
Aw, Clarence, are you looking out for me?
You did fetch a trophy for my little applause. Technically, that makes you my Canid servant. And by the transitive property of employment, my responsibility.
Take care. Yeah, at this point we're actually pretty much good. So I guess minus consumable weight.
You'd only be letting them represent.
Nah, let's just sprint. Like, yeah, we kind of right now have the really necessary perks for our solo character here. Really want more skills, frankly, at this point. Just using dub voices. I don't like dub voices. God damn you. You were an idiot. What a... Alright, so we're going to the Groundbreaker first. Oh boy. So yeah, it looks like the last we'll see of Clarence. Kind of weird that a dude who started out... Kind of weird that we're just gonna steal a trophy for the dude. It's weird. That's it. That's just weird.
Someone has left a threatening message on your terminal, Captain. I was unable to trace its origin. Please make a note of it. I like what you've done with the place. Kitschy collectibles are such a human inclination.
What handsome vessel you have, little weasel. The unreliable, registered one, Alex Hawthorne, but that's not you, is it? You stole from him. Just steal Gorgon from me. Perhaps I should steal something dear for you in exchange. Your ship, your freedom, your life. Fair set after all. I can't do that because my hack is... My hack is at 42.
Hey, you. Hey, you. You serious? Get Get back here! So, hey, you trespass, and I'm armed. Maybe take a second look at your life choices, pal.
Isn't that Rizzo's uniform?
Used to be, but I'm not one of Rizzo's anymore. I'm one of the gardeners now. All of us kept the peace for the corpse once, but we got tired of being used.
The gardeners?
Yeah, we're the gardeners. We keep order back here on these dangerous streets. Hallways. Know what I mean? Anyway, Blakesley's given us standing orders to strongly discourage anyone who tries to come in. I like to, extrapolate from there.
I'm real tired of listening to you talk.
Eyes up, people, we got trouble!
I mean, when in doubt, just give him a real answer. Bullets. Bullets are the answer you need. Oh, shit. You see how useful not having to reload, not having to stop and reload is? Yo! Plasma Launcher 2.0. Ooh.
Hello? Damn. Look, I get it. Things spelled out for them. I'm sure one of the mechanical
Bathroom. Oh boy. Let's see. Doctor, you're probably in here somewhere, right? Down the stairs. Barred. That's unfortunate for you, because if I don't like what you have to say, I may have to give you the same deal. Alright. Criminy. What do I do now? Doors down there. Symbols. Oh boy.
Well.
God damn it. Creepy and gross. I have the character. So, you know. No, wrong. Oh boy. Idiots. All of you are idiots. All of you are idiots for thinking this could keep me out.
I didn't expect it.
Nice. Nice. Freaking people. Love you people. What? No. But yeah, there was... What? No. I like you. But not... No. Like you would ask. No.
Who the fuck? Oh, wait. Hang on. I can't hear a damn thing.
You look familiar.
Right. Marion Blakes, what can I do for you, Mr.
No,
Home Invasion?
I don't do that. I just make them look weird. I'm investigating the Adrena Time Project. Where's your apartment?
Sure. A real gathering of bright minds.
Gorgon? I holed up in a forgotten cargo bay of a rotting colony ship just so I could never hear that name again. But here you are.
Clarence mostly got me in your trail.
Bastard. Is he still only mostly worthless, or has he achieved mathematical perfection in that regard?
Hey, he's pretty useless.
Yeah, most people don't change much.
Yeah.
Clarence lacks the attention span for this sort of thing. Someone wants to dig up the past, and you're the shovel, right?
Willoughby and Ambrose hired me to find someone in that asteroid.
Ambrose. Well, I'll assume you're caught up then. That or hopelessly confused. Corporate demanded a product they could throw onto shelves. That put the squeeze on low at Chem to develop formulas. Samples. But how do you know if the product works? You run tests, see what happens. That's where human inquiry and auditing came in. I ran HIA, and HIA ran the tests again and again and again. And what happens is a whole lot of wasted time and even more bodies.
Human auditing?
You met the gardeners. They're nothing but overgrown canids, but people love their fancy names. We were looking for a game changer, something to better the colony. It felt important, worth a few sacrifices. Spacer's choice. They wanted to sell that change for as many bits as they could. None of us got what we wanted.
What were they testing for?
You've heard the adverts, right? Work day and night, still feel refreshed the next morning. Now, what we tested for was dexterity, efficiency, compliance. The traits of a good employee. Numbers never came out right. I could have pumped gallons of those chemicals into every living soul in this colony. Wouldn't have changed that. What we got was marauders.
But I've taken a tree of time.
Do whatever you like. Life's short and we're all dying anyway.
Alright, I just need to get that facility.
Sure, I don't mean to stop you. Indulge a scientist. What do you want out of this investigation of yours? Trying to liven up your memoir?
I'm just trying to spice up chapter 3.
Huh. Haven't had any new jokes to laugh at in a while. That's all I got. Here, I still have this pass. Don't much feel like hanging on to it anymore. Made my exit the moment the project started falling apart. Had to steal some credentials. This should get you into the volunteer induction entrance.
I don't see much reason to let you live.
Hell of a day, this one.
Okay. So, this doesn't seem permanent. All I have to do is... Oh boy, dream time. Yeah, I need to stop taking that. So from now on, I gotta sell all my Adrena time. Also, I got a unique rifle from that lady. Of course I did. I don't see which reason to let you live is pretty much what I would normally say to these people. I'm only letting Clarence go because he's nowhere near a threat. Yeah, it's a silly threat, but whatever. Anyway, now my hack's at 50.
Sleep for hours on end, Captain.
Discharge. Alright.
It's quite entertaining the way.
Scan proximity relay buoy. Alright. Charge this cluster. Cool. But first, I'm going to take care of that other person. Was Olympus really closed off until the DLC? Because I cannot think of a reason to visit this place.
Approaching our ship. Their intentions are currently indeterminate. Once I deduce their intentions, I will play one of two audio signals. A cheerful fanfare if they are friendly, alarms if they are hostile. Their intentions are no longer unknown.
Are we under attack?
At precisely this moment, Captain? No. Within the next 60 to 90 seconds? Yes. The unknown vessel has deployed a boarding mechanism. They will attach themselves to our airlock and attempt boarding shortly. That sound indicates that a boarding mechanism has successfully attached to our airlock. Captain, I am pleased to inform you that we are currently in the process of being boarded.
Nah. Finally, some action. I'm gonna go get my guns.
Captain Hawthorne installed a lethal shock trap on our airlock in the event of an invasion. I am prepared to deploy this trap at a moment's notice.
So we say how Barad deterrent this is back in Emerald Vale.
I was bluffing, Captain. When we met in Emerald Vale, my systems were not fully operational. Even if they were, I might have made an exception for you. The invading ship appears to be a decommissioned storage vessel. The crew are either pirates or freelancers. My opinion of their competence is low.
Oh, look up a fight. I'm gonna need to kill something.
Do you intend to board their ship instead, Captain? I have been programmed to appreciate the irony of this situation. Their ship is using a tracking device too sophisticated for their primitive astrogator. I conclude they are receiving outside assistance. If you prefer to make an escape, I can disable their boarding mechanism. However, as long as that tracking device remains on board their ship, they will be able to find us again.
I'll do it myself.
Understood, Captain. I will be deploying the Unreliable's lethal deterrence system. Please approach the airlock and enjoy the show. Now initiate.
Let's see what this is about.
Looks like our opponent knows how to play defense. All right, freebooters, fall back and regroup.
What was that? Think I heard something. Wrong move!
Disable the tracking device. Alright.
Huh?
You know, I'm a little disappointed. I was hoping you'd play by the rules. We could have had a good old-fashioned boarding. Now you're barging into my office, muddying tracks all over my floor. A little respect for the ship. Is that too much to ask?
You were aboard my ship, moron.
Yeah, but I had every intention of respecting the upholstery. I would have had you spaced or shot in the bathroom or something. You're adjutant to Conde's hired gun. I don't know why you've taken an interest in Gorgon. And frankly, I don't want to know.
Hey,
you and I are in a bit of a situation. I don't get paid unless you're dead. And a man's got to make a living. You understand.
Yeah, I got bad news for you. Jesus Christ. Light machine gun Mark III. What? Ooh. 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 This isn't the best choice. But it's my choice. Hang device, remove it. Well, that was an interesting detour. Thanks to the weapon, though. That was awesome.
Welcome back, Captain. I understand you have resolved your differences with our former boarding party. Are you ready to depart?
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Understood, Captain. Resuming our course.
Super Pack Mule. Because more carrying capacity is not bad. It's either take more carrying capacity or you take the perk that lets you fast travel when over encumbered at this point. But yeah, no wonder the level cap got raised from 30 to 33. Look at how much doing the content let us get. We were at level 24 when we started this. Now we're at level 28. But yeah, there's spree writers. And no, it's just spree writing. What the?
Everything's going to be okay.
This is what I want. Because end raid damage can actually mess us up really bad. Looks like a red short track. Alright. Okay. Disable hostility program. Alright. Jeez. God. Jeez. Oh God. God. Like Sumali. Sumali, Sumali.
Where did I put the... Oh, wait. I forgot the place. That's good, actually.
Let's talk.
Shush. Talking. Concentrating. Damn it. I almost had it. The formula was in my mind, and I almost had it. I was so close to a breakthrough, I could practically taste it. You really did pick the worst time to manifest.
I would appreciate if you came to your senses. I'm in a hurry.
Oh, hang on. I see what's happening. You're real. Ergo, not a hallucination. This is interesting. I have several questions for you. Let's start with the obvious. Who are you, and how are you even alive?
Okay. I was going to ask you the same thing. What happened here?
All sorts of things. Science, mainly. A little bit of research. If you're talking about all the dead bodies, that'd be the pink slip protocol. Right. That answers that. Next question.
I don't believe it here. Only the freshest from my friends.
New friends mean new birthdays to keep track of. And I can't spare much room in my mind palace for frivolous trinkets of information. But in this case, I'll make an exception.
These you can set the chem lab on Gorgon.
No, you don't. There's nothing interesting in the chem lab. There's nothing interesting in Gorgon at all. Gorgon is a featureless rock dragged along by the gravitational current of a barren asteroid belt. The chem lab is a graveyard. You won't find anything there but the dead.
I'm looking for Dr. Ambrose's journal.
Dr. Olivia Ambrose was one of the finest scientists in the colony. If you're risking your life to retrieve her journal, there's likely a good reason. If you've set your heart on exploring my old labs, I won't try to dissuade you. Indulge me with a favor, and I'll give you the access you want.
The electromechanical turbine is offline. Without any power, I can't possibly continue my work. Be a dear and reactivate it for me. That's all I ask.
Don't think it's time to quit.
Not that it's any of your business, but I don't get to quit. My colleagues are dead, and yet I live. So I don't get to quit. Take the elevator to the storm platform at the top of this facility. Reactivate the turbine, and I'll give you the access you want.
Alright. Okay. I'm not gonna come in anymore. Ooh. Ooh. Yo, that's pretty sick. That's pretty sick. This height, yo. Oh, well, okay. Yeah, in-rate damage is kind of... It's more of a hindrance to the player than it is to anything in the game. Anything else in the game. If you want to use a special ammo type to deal with most of the enemies, corrosive is what you want. shock cannon hyper. Level 36. Well, I just straight up don't need you anymore. That's just a flat upgrade. So, even though having multiple damage types seems effective, what I really want to do is make sure my light and heavy machine gun are both corrosive. Oh. Alright then.
The facility's back on the grid and my pipes again floweth with the sweet, sweet essence of my salvation. I suppose I have you to thank for realigning the machine. Of course, Jasper, you imbecile.
Chem lab now.
Get into the chem lab. I'm obviously not coming with you, so I'm giving you a recording of my dulcet speech. This recording should get you into the chem lab. I hope whatever you're after is worth the trauma. I wouldn't go back there if I was higher than the mercury levels in a can of salt tuna. Wait, take my gun while you're at it. If you end up dying on Gorgon, there's a non-zero chance I'll feel partially responsible. Neither of us want that.
How's the retreat time you want it?
Oh, no. Not even I would risk such usage. That stuff will eventually steal everything from you that makes you who you are. I might want to lose my recollections and feelings, but never my intellect. If you'll excuse me, my experiments cry out for my attention.
I am securing the chem lab.
Die, perhaps? Automechanical sentries are generally programmed to ignore corpses. I don't like the idea of going back to that place, to that life. Yes, I know it's not me risking my throat gallivanting around Gorgon. It's you, for whatever madcap reasons you've got. I've helped you once, and I don't feel great about it. I made a clean break from Gorgon, and now it feels like you're asking me to tether myself back to that place.
Never mind.
If you'll excuse me, my experiments cry out for my attention.
Well, alright. That's going to be the end of this episode. Oh, it's a new science weapon. Oh, that'd be fun if I ever made a full science weapon build. But yeah, this is going to be it for this episode. If you guys liked it, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you when we finally go into the chem lab on Gorgon.